Today, we take a look at Aether Shroud, one of the best field upgrades in Black Ops 6 Zombies right now. I already covered Energy Mine, Frenzy Guard and Healing Aura in my latest videos, so be sure to watch them too, if you want to hear some in-depth analysis of the field upgrades. Also be sure to subscribe to my channel as it helps me out a lot. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because 94% of all my viewers are still not subscribed to me. But with that being said, let's discuss Aether Shroud, its minor and major augments, and at the end of the video I will also give you the best build in my opinion. So let's get started with the major augments first. There we have Group Shroud, which lets nearby players also be cloaked. So once you use Aether Shroud, you will be invisible and also your teammates. This augment in itself has the potential to be extremely broken. Like imagine all 4 players on your team running this augment with Aether Shroud. Then you can just swap and use Aether Shroud back to back to back to back and be like basically invisible for like a long time. Imagine using that in a boss fight and just going ham on a big Cthulhu monster, right? Or any future boss fight for that matter. This will be such a clutch field upgrade. For the next major augment we have Burst Dash, and this one says teleport forward a short distance, killing all normal enemies in your path. And this one, yeah, it does what it says. It lets you teleport a couple meters away, killing a few zombies in a path. But the amount of zombies that you kill is not that much. I tried to take out a whole train with that, but it wouldn't work. So it only killed like 3, 4, 5 zombies, something like that. So it's not that crazy overpowered. And of course, you're not going to use Aether Shroud to clear a whole train of zombies. There's other ways to do that. And for the third major augment, we have Void Sheath. And this one lets you stay in the Aether Shroud longer when you kill zombies with your melee weapon. So this augment in combination with Aether Shroud is like your go-to field upgrade if you're running a melee class. If you want to knife zombies, you have probably noticed that the zombies are quite aggressive against you. They hit you regardless if you try to avoid them or not. So if you want to gold your melee weapons, this is the perfect combination for you. Just use Aether Shroud, the zombies will stop attacking you, and you have all the time in the world to get some extra melee kills on normal or elite zombies, whatever. Just keep in mind that once you activate it, all the special and elite zombies will run away from you. So yeah, you might have to chase them down. By the way, there's a whole Dark Ops challenge that exactly wants you to do that. Kill 1 elite, 2 special and 3 normal zombies with 1 activation of Void Sheath. So if you actually want to have a no-nonsense guide for that, I have that up on my channel right now. But those were the 3 major augments. Now let's move on to the 3 minor ones. There we have Instant Reload, which upon activation instantly reloads your currently hold weapon. So that's practical in a way, but I feel like it's not really that big of a ability, right? You might as well just reload the weapon before you pop Aether Shroud. So you've got to wonder, is it really worth picking this augment in the first place? Moving on, we have Extra Charge, which increases the maximum of charges for Aether Shroud to 2. So you can basically store 2 Aether Shrouds in your field upgrade menu, and that's really practical. Like imagine doing some Easter egg steps solo, like the water pressure one on Liberty Falls. You can just activate Aether Shroud and then hold down the water pressure thing, and when it runs out, you just train the zombies again, activate Aether Shroud a second time, and there we go. It's also worth mentioning that Aether Shroud as a field upgrade really charges up quickly in comparison to other field upgrades like Healing Aura. So you always just need a few zombie kills to get it, and it's really practical to have 2 of them ready. And finally we have the augment called Extension, which increases the Aether Shroud duration significantly. And the significantly part is no joke, because the normal Aether Shroud duration is 8 seconds, and with this augment it's 16 seconds. So that's twice as long. So yeah, there's nothing more to add from my part. This is just a perfect augment in my opinion. But with that being said, let's discuss the best builds for Aether Shroud real quick. So of course, when it comes to the minor augments, we just heard there's an extra charge one and an extension one, and you just have to think about what do you want more personally. Like, do you want to have 2 charges ready or 1 extension that makes the 1 activation last longer? Because basically it's the same thing. 2 activations with 8 seconds each is also 16 seconds Aether Shroud time. The same amount of time that you get with extension. So you just have to decide what you want more. But if I had to decide for one, I would pick Extra Charge, because having 2 Aether Shrouds in your bag is actually more useful. Like imagine getting stuck somewhere and you just want to pop Aether Shroud to get out or to revive a teammate, you still have 1 left in your bag and that you can activate. And it's also great if you're doing multiple Easter egg steps in one round, like the bomb diffusion step on Terminus, where you have to defuse 3 bombs. So having 2 Aether Shrouds ready to disarm 2 bombs is great. But yeah, it's a really hard decision between Extra Charge and Extension, but you can't go wrong with either of them. And for the major augment, I would go with Group Shroud, because it's so overpowered to have 4 people shrouded and be like invisible for a short amount of time. And then imagine the others have it too, and it's just one big cycle of Aether shrouding all the way through the boss fight. Unless you're playing solo, of course, then Group Shroud will be absolutely useless for you. In that case, I would just go with Void Sheath or Burst Dash. It doesn't really matter, depending on if you want to have melee weapons or not. If you want to grind your melee weapons, then of course Void Sheath. But apart from that, yeah. Group Shroud is by far the best major augment to unlock. So in summary, again, I would pick Group Shroud as the best major augment and Extra Charge as the best minor one. Although you can also swap the minor one with Extension, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, that's it. That's my in-depth review of Aether Shroud, the field upgrade that's making you invisible for a short amount of time. I really like it. It's been a fan favorite since Cold War Zombies. And yeah, I'm a big fan of Aether Shroud in Black Ops 6 Zombies as well. It's really one of the best field upgrades. But what are your thoughts? Do you also agree that Aether Shroud is one of the best abilities? And which augments do you pick for Aether Shroud? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, apart from that, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.